Hi, my name's Kim, and I'm here to talk about the sheep ration balancing program that I'm working on. It's a software application, and ideally it would be an Android application. My mentors for this project are Dr. Luther, Dr. Smarsh, and Dr. Varghese. Dr. Luther is an animal and food science associate professor. He specializes in sheep, so he is perfect for this project. Dr. Smarsh, I've had classes with her, and she's really good about being able to look at software for the animal science world and say whether it's going to be good or not to use. And Dr. Varghese is pretty much my specialist when it comes to anything computer science for this project. Feasibility and Timeline. Starting in January, I gathered research information from the NRC, and I figured out the different formulas that I'll need to do to actually calculate the sheep rations. When you look at it on paper, it's probably about 5 pages long for a simple example, and it can definitely be a lot longer depending on how many feed ingredients that you used and the different types of sheep that you have available here. February 1st to 14th, I was working with Android Studio and Android App Inventor. I figured out that they are not going to be compatible with this project. They are a little bit too basic for what I want to use them for. So basically I used them to get an idea about what kind of look do I want my application to look like. But they're not going to actually work for making the app. From February 22nd to now, I have been doing basic programming in Java. I've been doing basic examples, just running through some really easy things to make sure that I have an outline for what I'm going to do. So for now, with the feasibility, I am definitely just starting it as a Java program, and if time allows, I will be able to convert it to an Android app, but to be on the safe side, I am starting it as just Java. From March 15th to 31st, I want to expand what I have in Java to make sure that it covers all feeds, all different types of sheep, weight ranges, basically anything that the user can throw at it, I want it to be able to handle. So I'll be expanding it in that timeline. In April, the program will be going through extensive testing. I'll definitely be working with the GUI a lot, and like I said, if time allows, I'd like to convert it to an Android app. In May, I have my final presentation of the project. Application use. There will probably just be one user when it comes to this. Possibly it can get more advanced and they can have a profile that they can save different things to. But it's pretty basic when it comes to the user interaction. Basically, after they open the application, they need to pick the sheep type as well as the sheep's weight. The weight is definitely a key factor in how much the sheep can eat per day and how much they need to eat per day. From there, they have to choose the feeds that they want to use for the ration. A lot of the time, the farmer will just choose feeds that they have available to them. They aren't picking feeds that they want, it's just what do I have to feed these animals. From there, the user would click on a button, and the program would take over and calculate the feed ration. So where am I right now? Right now, you can see at the top of the screen, top left, that's kind of an example that I was using in Android App Inventor. It's kind of what I would like the opening and the welcoming screen to look like. Something really basic, nice little picture behind it, and a start button. From there you can go to the second picture up on top right. That is kind of what the menu structure would look like. That's a very, very basic and kind of cryptic looking one. But it would be something to this effect. I have it right now that you can see all of the menus, however you wouldn't be able to see them all like that. I'm just doing this for the sake of just showing you guys. First, they would pick the type of sheep, they would hit next, and then the next menu would show up. So the weight of the sheep would show up, they would pick that, and they would hit next. Then the forages, grains, and minerals menus would pop up. They would choose as many or as little as they wanted there. They obviously do have to choose some, though. And then they hit calculate. From there, it would spit out a balanced diet using what they chose. On the bottom there, you can actually see some of the output that I have right now that's outputting in Java. There is more output that I have currently, but it's not what I want the user to see. So right there is just what's relevant to the user. What I did was I took a simple diet for sheep, and I had the Java program balance it for me. This diet consisted of hay, corn grain, and soybean meal. Right there, the first chart that you see there, it shows the farmer exactly what the percentage of the mix that they need to make out of those ingredients for the concentrate. So you can see rolled corn grain, you have to basically put about 85% of that in your mix. Soybean meal gets about 12%. And salt is, 1.5% to make a total of roughly 1.5 pounds of mixture. So the very last line right there, it shows the farmer needs to feed 3 pounds of hay plus 1.5 pounds of the concentrate of the mixture per head per day. Thanks for watching my video, and if anybody has any questions, definitely ask them in class or by my email shown right there.